Thank you, Collie. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Man, I got pages of notes, by the way, so that was pretty good. Now I gotta go make enough money so I can go buy a fancy journal, though. That's what I learned today. No, everybody, I am so excited about what I get to share with you. But before I do, I just want to say a couple of things. I am so grateful to our team, Dr. Zinni, David, Pat. Collie, Reed, and Fred. Oh my gosh, talk about great additions, right? Chantel, thank you so much for all you do. Everybody, this would not be happening without the team. I've been getting a lot of credit lately for men, Stu. We're glad you stuck it out and you're bringing the greatest thing ever. No, I'm not. We are. We are. Trust me when I tell you this is all about team. I was sitting here and I was listening to Fred just now, and I was thinking to myself, yeah, Fred's not a truck driver. Like he said, my uplines are glad they sponsored me and everything. I got to know Fred, and that was the stuff. Okay. Reed showed you the numbers that could happen. A percentage of it is all you ever need to happen, right? But Fred, when he shared that stuff, I'm like, man, if everybody would just know that's the stuff, right? Right there. And the interesting part about it is I got to spend a little bit of time with Fred, got to know him a little bit. What a humble man. What an incredibly humble man. If you only knew the life that he has had, and I just know a taste of it, a piece of it. But when he says I was just a truck driver, it made me think, and this isn't a part of today, but it made me think we got to not judge a book by its cover. We got to not make up anybody's mind for them. We have to talk to everyone. And then whatever they decide to do with this, that's on them. Okay. But thank God somebody thought enough of that truck driver, Fred, to bring him into this industry. Not only did it change his life forever and give him the family life he was looking for, but folks, he's super humble. But I asked him, I go, come on, Fred, but like, how much volume did you do in one of your companies, one of the last ones? And he goes, well, it was good. And I go, Fred, come on, you could tell me. And then I asked if it's okay. Folks, a truck driver did over $4 billion in sales. Not million, billion, right? Use the system, trust the system, listen to what he's sharing with you. This everything today was so valuable. What David at what Pat was the one that said we need moringa, and I'm like, what's moringa? And all this stuff. I like glutathione saved my daughter's life. I'm happy with just that. And Collie's like, we need mangosteen. I'm like, what's mangosteen? Now I'm like, yeah, we do need mangosteen. And Pat, thank God for Pat. She's like, we need moringa, right? And Reed and Fred are like, we need moringa. We like, what's that? And I'm like, okay, well, first quarter we'll bring this product to market, right? I mean, it makes sense. I can see how it fits in. Then we started learning more, and we're like, we can't wait till first quarter. People need this sooner. So I'll tell you in just a few minutes when you'll be able to get it. But I just want you to know, follow the system that Fred talked about. Keep it that simple and watch what happens. So Fred, thank you so much. Reed, thank you so much for sharing. Collie, thank you for all that you have done here and everybody. And I just want to let everybody know the word team has a whole new meaning to me because without this team, we would not be where we are today. And when you see where we are as of today and where we're headed, and we're about to have like the biggest announcement, not just in our company, but in my 40-year career. And it's not the moringa, okay? Here, I'll just tell you all. Somebody just put in the notes. Okay, Mary, I think you bought the first bottle. It's live right now. The moringa's live right now. But here's the thing, everybody. You can order it now. It will start shipping the first week of October. Now, this is a product that I was going to be committed to bringing to market first quarter. February, March is what I was thinking, February or March. Well, now you all can have it in October, okay? So that cat's out of the bag, but let's talk about a little bit more, something else right now. And please just hang with us a little bit more. There was so much good information for today. I know this Super Saturday is going longer than usual, but this is important stuff. When people lay their heads down at night and they go to sleep, even the ones that are very unhealthy and sick, most are not praying for a product. They're praying for their finances and they're thinking about their finances, right? So we need to understand Wealth is also a product. It is a product. And health and wealth go together. If you lose your health, money doesn't matter, really. But if you're worried about your finances, it makes you physically ill. A lot of you have heard me say that. I've said that thousands of times in my career. I also said, yeah, I've made a fortune in telecom and created a bunch of millionaires as well, but I never saved anybody's life with phone service. I can't say that about what we're doing now with these products. But here's the thing, everybody. I've spent decades trying to help, and I don't like saying it like this, but the average person win in our industry, make it in our industry at whatever level of success that is for them. I wanted them to have a real chance. And I believe today we're giving you the final pieces of the puzzle where our compensation plan, which is the most incredible one I've ever seen in my life, such a unique part of it was able to be copyrighted. That tells you part of the story right there. But here's what I was thinking about as good as glutathione is and mangosteen and moringa, as good as they are, it means nothing if we can't get them in your body. You add our patent pending nano encapsulation to it with lipids, whatever it is, David knows better than me. I just know it works, right? Now we've got magic. Well, we've got the greatest compensation plan in the world, but if we can't get the average person to do their part and take advantage of it, it doesn't mean anything. So, what I believe we're doing right now today is we're taking our patent pending nano encapsulation, if you will, and we're doing it to our comp plan, to our compensation plan. You'll understand what I mean by that. We're going to make it so that anybody will be able to do it and know what to do after what you're about to see. So I just wanted to look you in the eyes for that part of it. I'm going to come off camera because I want you to focus on my slides right now. So here we go. Bear with me for just one sec. All right. So everybody, just going to do a little bit of house cleaning and get the Zoom stuff out of the way. And then I will get started. And I believe you're going to be excited because everybody's getting a pay raise today. Okay. This will be a good thing for all. Here we go. All right. Just a quick recap. When you're talking to people about how they get started, please don't forget to share about SmartShip with them. This creates a lifetime of residual income for families, for you and for families, right? Why? The better the price and kind of like set it and forget it is what creates residual income over and over again. So just remember, when people get on our SmartShip, yeah, our prices are already great for our industry, but when they use our SmartShip program where there's no cost for it, it's a free service. They buy any one product 10% off, two, 20%, three or more, 30% off. They need to know about that, okay? It's a big deal. And then, of course, for those people that you know that are like doctors with doctors' offices, or they own nutritional stores, or gyms, or any of that other stuff, just let them know if they put 20 or more products in the shopping cart, it gives them an auto 40% off discount, everybody, okay? So I just wanted to bring this up real quick and say, please share about SmartShip. They will thank you. People want to save money, right? Okay, so how do you get paid? First of all, everybody, and we're not changing this on all first orders. When you go to somebody and say you should check this out, they check it out, they decide to make their first purchase, you're going to get paid 50% of all the commission that sale generates. Now, they come in as a customer. When they upgrade to an associate someday, you'll get paid 50% again on their next first order as an associate. So you technically get it twice, okay? When they join, everybody joins as a customer, you'll get 50%. Let's say in a month or two, now some people do it immediately, but in a month or two, they go, okay, now I want to help spread the word. You'll get paid that 50% again. What I want to talk to you about, though, is residual income. That doesn't come from the first order. That comes from all reorders, okay? This is what you want. You want reorders to pay you over and over and over again. So here's the way that it works, everybody. One to two customers, you get 5% on all reorders of the commission, okay? Three to six, 20%. Seven to 13 customers, these are the personal ones you have, it's 30%, and 14 to 20 is 40%. So everybody, 21 plus is 50%. This is what we already have. This is nothing new. And we've got a bunch of people that have done this, okay? But remember what I said. I want to help the average person win. I've spent decades working on that. So this is what we're doing, everybody. This is brand new as of today. on all reorders. If you are buying three or more products, and you're going to see everybody wants to do that. You just saw the trio of myths, right? The three myths, okay? That counts. These count as the three products, or it could be any three products. It's going to change the way you get paid on all reorders every month that you buy three products. Now to qualify, okay, it's one to two, 10%. 10%, folks, double the pay now on all reorders. You hit three, 25%. Now, this is a sweet spot in our company. They say the average folks in our industry get three people, okay? I don't know if it's they get none and the leaders get 50 and it averages out to three. Here's what I know. They can get three with what we're offering. And if they get three, that makes them a manager three. So we're making a manager three position with our company a huge deal, a sweet spot. And I'm telling you, people have hit it their first day. Okay. But now, everybody, if you're buying three or more products, and hopefully you're doing it on Smart Chip, so you're saving all that money, you'll be qualified for the 50% on every customer you have. Every associate or customer that's buying that you brought into this company, folks, look at this pay raise. You just went from needing 21 personally sponsored people to just seven. Why? Because manager seven is the next sweet spot. We're going to get the world focusing on manager three, manager seven, manager three, manager seven. If you want to write something down, write this down. Manager three as quick as possible, manager seven as quick as possible, although there's no time limits. Okay? It's not like, oh, if you don't do this in your first week or two, you lose the ability to qualify this way. No, no, no. Whenever you buy three products or more in a month, this is the pay scale that'll pay you on all reorders. But remember this, manager three and manager seven are the key. All right, let me take it a little bit deeper. Our rank advancement bonuses, we already have this. When you hit manager seven, everybody, you get a $200 bonus. And by the way, it doesn't matter what the seven people are buying. They could just be buying a single product. You're still qualified for everything I just showed you. They don't have to buy the trio, right? They could just buy one product. You'll get that $200 bonus when you hit the seventh customer slash associate that comes in. And then, of course, when you become a 5K, you'll get a $500 bonus. How do you become a 5K, everybody? It's simple. The volume from those seven people you brought in. If at least two of them are building and you've got 5,000 of volume on your team, you're getting that $500 bonus. As a matter of fact, 100% of these bonuses that you're looking at on the screen, they all come from your volume that's built by those seven folks that you bring in, or a couple of them, or if you bring in more, it all counts. Every time you hit 10K, 25, or as you're going up the scale, you'll earn those bonuses. Here's what's brand new for today. Here's something we're putting in as of today. And folks, this is already live. What I'm showing you is active. We're adding a manager three bonus. It's $50. And you might be saying, Stu, yeah, it's only $50. You just showed me all these bonuses to talk about $50. Yes, I did. Here's why. If you can get a brand new person in and get them to go get three customers, not only are they going to get paid the commissions from those customers, but they're going to get a $50 bonus check. Folks, that check is the most important one they can get. It's enough money to make this real. I had somebody tell me recently, if I just had an extra $50 for diapers, it makes all the difference in the world, right? So we've added a manager three bonus, and everybody check this out. We're going to get the world to focus on these two positions, manager three, manager seven, manager three, manager seven. When I said we're going to nano size this, it's good. What I meant by that is we're going to get everybody just thinking about a little piece of this. And if you focus on manager three or manager seven and you get that done and you teach everyone to do the same, this is it. This is the focus. This is the simplicity of the SAM. Look, nobody's saying this is easy. We're just saying it's simple and it's worth it. Okay? People can become manager threes and manager sevens. And if you get everybody focusing on that, then the rest of this will take care of itself. Okay, that's how you get to that 89,250. You become a manager three, then a manager seven, and you teach them to do the same. And as they're building their teams, focusing on manager threes and manager sevens, you get credit for 100% of all of that volume. Folks, this is the key. Okay, let me just break it down for you. First thing you want to do, become a manager three. First thing you want to teach people when you get them in is they should become a manager three. Now they'll get that $50 bonus plus the commissions off what they've sold to three people, right? Second thing, manager seven, $200 bonus. Now, folks, think about this. With what we've got going on, manager seven can blow this whole thing up. But manager three is the beginning. Okay. You get people to be thinking, my first goal is manager three, my second and biggest goal is manager seven, and then teach others to do the same thing, and the rest of it takes care of itself. Folks, there's going to be a ton of people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, more than likely, people buying potentially millions these three products. That's what's going to happen. Now, look, when they just buy them at the regular wholesale price, it's the fairest price in the industry. Where can you get glutathione in your body in 4 seconds? That's not a needle or an injection, and it tastes like cupcakes for $79.97 for a whole month's supply. A whole month supply, everybody, less than $3 a day. Same thing with the Xantho Mist and the Moringa Mist, right? They could pick any one of those for $79.97. If they buy two, it'd be $159. If they buy three, it'd be $239. But what are most people going to do? They're going to stick it on Smart Ship. Why? Because it instantly gives them the savings, even on their very first order, and they can cancel it at any time, right? And there's no charge for the Smart Ship service. Guess what? Now, when they buy that first bottle, they're going to save $8 immediately. What about when they buy two? They're going to save $32, folks. There's a reason to get two. How about all three? They're going to save $72. Let's put this into perspective. Everybody needs glutathione, mangosteen, and moringa. Everybody needs it all. What if they could get each of those for only $58.98? Less than $2 per day, right? Even when you add all three together, you're still spending less per day than one of those unhealthy cups of coffee. If people do this, and we just teach manager three, manager seven, manager three, manager seven. Look at what happens to a brand new person that comes in. They share about these three myths with people using the videos and everything. You're going to have tons of tools, right? You'll have what David just did, and they start getting people and then themselves first to manager three and manager seven. Check this out. This would be your earnings. If you joined our company today and you focused on manager three, $50 bonus. Pretty exciting, right? How about this? $200 bonus. What if those seven people bought these three myths each? You'd make another 250, more than that actually in commissions. I just wanted a round number. Folks, now you've made $500 and you can do it in your first day or week. How exciting is this? How real will that make it for people? So this is what we're doing, everybody. We are now going to teach the whole comp plan to any leader that thinks they need to know everything about everything to make this happen. But we're going to teach the world about Manager 3 and Manager 7. That's what I meant by nano-sizing the comp plan. It's the thinking about the comp plan. If you really only need to know about Manager 3, Manager 7, and teach others to do the same and know the same, and guess what? Everything else happens. You can literally become a manager seven and never bring in another person and make it to the top of the compensation plan by just helping a couple of those people build. Folks, this is nuts. This is incredible. Okay. So, with that being said, you saw the slide that Reed showed you where, hey, if you one person a week, after 12 weeks, if everybody just did it, and we don't expect this to work, it's not a perfect world, not everybody's going to do it, but if you did end up with those 4,096 people on your team, if they were just spending that 45 a month, you saw you'd make over 12,000 a month. How about if they were spending 100, over 28,000? I changed this. Reed had $135 here because when his slide was made, we didn't have Moringa launched yet. We were just talking about Glutamist, Xanthomist, and the Exhilarate product. Trust me, a bunch of people are going to buy these three and add Exhilarate, add Shape and Burn, add the shakes, which are free anyway because they replace meals. Exactly like what Fred said. Try all the products, right? Well, so it's really not going to be that $135 that Reed had on his slide. It could be more like the 168, which unlocks the same bonuses. Everybody, here's the thing, okay? I don't want to make this all about money. I really, really don't. But money is important. But in closing, when you ask people what are the biggest purchases of their life, which takes money, right? The number one thing people say is their house. Okay. And in America, anyway, the average house payment is 2209. And trust me, you don't get this house, okay, for that kind of money. Then you say, what's the second biggest purchase? They always say their car. And 735 a month is the average car payment in America. We're spending this kind of money on our houses and our cars, right? And really, they're not the biggest and most expensive or important, let me say, purchases of your life. It's actually your health. Because if you get sick, watch what happens expense wise. Okay. It's out of control. So here's what we're saying. Do what you need to do. And we believe these three myths are the system for total health, the best thing you can do for your health. And guess what? Look at what's more important, your house, your car, or your health, right? This is the what I like to share with people. If you don't take care of your body, where will you live? When I ask people where they live, they usually give me a city or whatever, and I go, no, 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 no. Where do you live? And they go, well, in my house. And then I go, no, actually, it's in your body. Here's the reason why. You can take your body to a new house. You can buy a new house. If God forbid your house burns down, you can get a new one or move in with a friend or something like that. But if you lose the only body you have, you can't buy a new one, everybody. We need to take care of our bodies. And if you take care of the only body you have, you will live a better, happier, and a healthy life, right? And then what happens is you just start talking to people about that and you share about these products that we have and you share about how, and our company's got a great way for you to make money helping spread the word and stuff, and the rest will take care of itself. You just do more of it. So, everybody, the Moringa is live in your shopping carts right now. You can go buy it. If you've already got the Dynamic Duo on Smart Chip, those of you that don't know this, that goes away. The end of this month, we're not going to sell those two mists for $99.97 anymore. They're in your shopping cart right now. I wouldn't pick three individual bottles today. If you've got the Dynamic Duo on Smart Chip, all you've got to do is buy this on Smart Chip. You'll get it for the 30% off and you'll get to keep the Dynamic Duo forever for that $50 per bottle instead of 56. Okay. So the bottom line is, everybody, you can start buying this today. They're going to ship out in the order that the sales come in, and they will ship the first week of October. If some of you are like, I got to wait 10 days for it to ship out or anything like that, you were going to have to wait till March or February. And then after we saw the importance of this and how those three go together, and David was like a little kid, going, oh my gosh, this is it. This is like the missing piece of the puzzle. We have the system now. And the way it was explained to me is it's like with, skincare, like ladies look for a system because they know there's not any one product that does it all. You need a cleanser, you need a toner, you need a serum, you need this, you need that. The average system is 3 to 5 products. This system of 3 products is what you need for total self health, which we all know is really, really you. So, with that being said, everybody, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I just want to look you in the eyes and I'm going to spend one more minute with you. Just one more minute, okay? You have no idea what's coming next. You have no idea. All I can tell you is we are in for the run of our lives. I've been in this industry. I literally, everybody, literally right now am 59 years old. October 30th, I'll be 60. Okay. You have all heard me joke about it, but it's really not a joke. When I was 30, I felt like I was 60. Now I'm 60 and I feel like I'm 30, right? That's the products. That's the products. Okay. Everyone should be doing these products. But let me tell you something else. A couple of times in my life, I saw something come together where it changed everything. One time in my life, I was struggling to make $4,000 a month just to pay my bills. Once in my life, okay? And then all of a sudden, I saw something not as exciting about what's happening to all of you right now and everything we're unfolding. And next thing I know, within months, I was making over $100,000 a month. Why? Because it all came together. Folks, xosialX has all come together. What you're about to have happen can be the biggest thing in your life, financially, health wise, all of it. We've got what people are hoping for and praying for, but it's up to you to spread the word. So I just want to say thank you for being a part of our family. I'm not going to cry right now. Everybody's like, Stu, you're too emotional. You're too this, you're too that. Here's all I know. I'm not. I'm excited. And I'm excited for all of you. And I thank God for the Reeds of the world, the Freds of the world, the Collies of the world, the Chantels, the Davids, the Pats, the all of you, the Dr. Zinnies that get it, that he's not just looking for the almighty dollar. He's like, how can I help more people? Right? That's what this is all about. So, Collie, love you. I'm going to turn it back over to you and you can wrap us up. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Stu. And that's it. I can't follow that. We've all got a new product to promote. We've got something to call everybody about. Let's do it. Let's make sure that we are taking advantage of the specials and the sales. I love the dynamic duo. And then just you can pre-order it today. And you can also add it to your smart chip today. I just checked that out. So I'm both pre-ordering and putting it on my smart chip for next month. So with that, thank you. All of the speakers today were fantastic. Appreciate every single one of you. Love the new thing that Stu just showed. So we're going to have these recordings available. You can go back and look at it. The new promo. I don't know if you got it, but if you're on 3 products, you get that 50% off with just 7 people. You don't have to get to 21. Which, by the way, we didn't even talk about how many people a lot of these leaders have enrolled. Reed Nelson is over 21, so he's enjoying that. He's over 30, I think. I don't remember what the number is now, but he's been enjoying that 50%. But you can enjoy it now too with just 7 people if you've got 3 products and smart chip. So that's huge. Make sure that you're taking advantage of all that. Thank you all for joining us here today, and love and appreciate every single one of you. And we'll see you on the next call. Bye, everyone.